So the fifth stage is if you don't count the final boss, this is the fastest stage in the game, and it's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. Right away, what we want to do here is dash attack to this feather here, and go all the way down because 3 skeletons will spawn, and we want to be right at the edge of the bridge here. And as soon as we get to the edge, what we want to do here is we want to we want to bring these 3 skeletons all the way to the pit. How? You basically will do a down step, like you're gonna do a down step right to the pit, and then you're gonna get back. So let me do it again because I was a little late. So you go all the way down here, back attack, press a little bit to the left, but once you do the down step, face right, and then they will fall easily to the pit. Because as I said before, since they mostly avoid getting down, they will like avoid your attack, but they will fall into the pit immediately. So that's the basic thing about the first wave. It's pretty simple. The second wave, we want to stay right here a little bit after the eagle's noise. Eagle's nose. Yeah, it's nose. Yeah. But what we want to do here, oops, I didn't save here, but okay, just show it once again. So little tap on the left, oops, little tap on the left, and then face right, and it'll be fine. So oops, you can even fall down if you did it wrong. So just go back and forth, and then it'll be fine. You'll be fine. So here, wait a little bit, because this mountain dragon will show up. And that's the perfect position, because at the moment she spawns, you can run across her and then move right here, and then like she will move to the other side, and then what we want to do is force her to fall into the pit. So just do that. Just move a little bit to the ground here, and then go down, and then she'll be like trying to align with you, but doing that will make her fall into the pit. So right now you see those walls here. I don't know how it's called, but keep a check on this one. The fourth one here, between the fourth and the fifth one, is the visual cue we want. I'm going to show it why. Because these 2 enemies here will spawn, and we want to throw it into the pit. How we do that? We just, oops, little mistake here. What we want to do here is like we want to force the Henninger to run towards us, but as we do that, we don't want the long one to run together with him. If we do that, what we can do here is that we will make the Henninger run towards. Oops, I think I'm moving a little up, a little late. So what we want to do here is we want to force the Henninger, the first enemy, to charge towards us, and then we're gonna hit it into the in the back by doing the down stab, and the Henninger will align with us, and then we will run together right after. And what we want to do here is move a little up, and then both of them will fall into the pit. So now comes the second visual cue here, because there'll be the second enemy. And even shoutouts to Garland, who found it recently. But the next wave, we can do a triple kill if we do correctly. But how we do that? There's a visual cue here. You see those 2 here. There's a smaller one and a taller wall here. That's the between them is the visual cue we want. And let me see if I can do it correctly. So we want to stay here. Oops, little early. So see, what we want to do here is we want to align. Oh, perfect. We want to align the Henninger, the long one that spawns from the right, and we want this enemy to run with us, and at the same moment we want the two Renegades to get down as well, but in a position that we can hit with our down stab. If we do it correctly, we can kill these three at the same time and then kill them immediately because they will fall into the pit. And then as soon as we do that, we move all the way up because the boss of the fight of the stage will show up, which are I think they are the general beaters, I think. But the red knights. What? There's a way to beat them. I'm going to show both of them because I choked a little bit to do that. But let me just pause here because I want to show the difference on this stage here. You see that the first red knight is standing still, like he's walking straight forward, but the second one are trying to get aligned with us. This one here is invulnerable. Not that he's invulnerable, but he won't fall into the vulnerability window, but the first one will do. So what we want to do here, we want to bait the second red knight to attack us, but we want to jump. We want to do a high jump and pass his attack. He has a really great range. So doing that, we can like align the second red knight with the first knight, and then we're gonna beat it together. So how we do that? There's a safest way and there's a fastest way. The safest way, like, we want to get them into the middle of the screen, and then as soon, oops, little mistake. As you see, it has a great range, and as soon as you do that, we want to jump a little early and then hit them at the same time. And as soon as we did that, he's going to land a little bit to the right, and then we're gonna do another 3 down steps because they can be killed with 4 down steps. But this is the easiest way to do it. Oops, I paused it because if we pause it, we can miss the momentum here. Once again, jump a little early, then do here, face left, and then just beat them away with 4 down steps. But there's a fast way to do it, and it requires a better a better timing, because what we want to do here, we want to jump before the second red knight align with the first one, because when he aligns and we are actually running, I think he will attack with his shield, and then doing that we can hit them together at the same time, but a little bit earlier. So, oops, earlier. So this is perfect. So there it is. So you just go back and forth, right and left. But this is the fastest way. But this requires a little bit of timing, because if we do it a bit early, he can avoid your attack. If you do it later, he can hit you and screw your strategy. But if by any reasons you do that, don't try to do it all over again, because he'll be moving a little bit, so he can avoid it. So just wait a little bit and go for the safest strat. So, oh, hit us, please. Oh, can you hit us, please? Just because I want to show it. Okay, here, perfect. So just wait a little bit, try them to align together, and then do the easiest way, okay? Or do this, but you got the idea. You just do the easiest way, and then you'll be pretty fine. Wait a little bit, and then do the easy strat, and then kill them. It's easy, but the timing strat requires a little bit more of practice, because you want to know exactly the momentum where you want to land your down step. But try to do the easiest one, because it's really simple and better to do it. And that's it. That's the stage 5, and now let's move on to Death Adder.